them come. This is their fate.
All right, next up, I wanted to give a quick update on the Steam Deck and my thoughts behind it as of now. It's been a while since I've had it, and it has had a pretty big impact. So I'm now going to kind of try to give an update on everything. First, my first thought right now is the Steam Deck has a bad battery. I can truly say that. I mean, it's okay because I got the expanded battery charger where I can charge it up to 3 times without having to plug it into a outlet. Um, but overall, it's like minor things that have occurred. So one of my biggest things that happened as of yet was performance issues occurred because I just had too much on my device. I was jamming it full of custom things, normal things. I was losing space based off of too many Proton installs and all of this extra stuff where it would try to install the game and it'll mess up and there's not really a good way to delete everything, so it caused my normal, and I only have the 64 gig one, my normal SD card, the internal storage, to get filled up, causing issues, delays, problems, and it would stop me from downloading things, even though I was downloading it to my external hard drive because it had to cache and install things on uh, the internal card in order for it to work properly. So all of this was happening, and it was very annoying, and it was like causing so many problems that I had to like essentially wipe my accounts, my Steam Deck. I had to wipe it clear, um, and essentially I had to start all over. And it sucked. It sucked a lot because I had to put a lot of custom stuff into it, and it was like a lot of things that happened. But my experience has gotten a lot better with my console or with my Steam Deck because of me simplifying what I wanted to do. I no longer have my Epic games. I don't have any custom like things outside of emulation, and it's very simplistic. I don't try to do the most anymore. It is very tame experience. So even if it was to do that again, I could get back to normality in a matter of 40 to 50 minutes versus going a whole 4 to 6 hours trying to get everything installed, recalibrate, redone, changing all my configurations. Man, is it a headache. And to remember all that stuff, you have to literally get a book and start writing everything down because there's small incremental things that you do to adjust to make it a funner experience, but you don't remember what you did at that point if you've been playing it for a while. So that's my biggest gripe right now is that if it goes bad, it goes bad. And once it goes bad, you have to redo everything. And I just didn't like that process. So I simplified a lot of it. Um, what's your take, Josh, on currently your Steam Deck and what you enjoying it for and what you may not, what you have seen, if you have anything. But tell the people about your Steam Deck experience.
Yeah, it is it is just a PC, just packaged in like a console form. So because of that, you are gonna have to deal with a lot of PC specific or focused things, especially
Mm-hmm.
like, clearing out shader caches and like, all type of stuff like that. And it can easily get messed up when you're doing all sorts of stuff, like you said, installing stuff and it fails, so you reinstall it. Is it gonna wipe over what you did, or is it gonna like duplicate it or stuff like
Duplicate.
that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a lot to deal with. Me, I haven't done too much custom stuff outside of emulators on it because whenever it asks you like a lot, like go to the console and type in this command and stuff like that. It's cumbersome, but it also makes me I know that if I ever have any issues, then it's gonna set me back a lot of time trying to fix it. So I mostly just play Steam games or a couple emulators every now and then. So it's running fine for me.
Hmm.
But I going into it, or at least expecting that you're gonna be doing a lot of work, I think it's still like one of the best. Obviously, it's the best handheld, but one of the best ways to play games. It's just it can't be for everybody. Like I know, me knowing Jalen and like how much time he has to put into stuff, I I maybe wouldn't recommend it on that sense, just because there's a lot of maintenance to it, and for a lot of people, they just want to pick up and play. And it seemed that is close to being pick up and play for PC games, but it's still a PC, so you gotta deal with that.
Yeah.
But
Um,
it's good. I'm gonna get my second one soon this year because they announced they're gonna get all the orders out by the end of the year. So we'll
yeah.
see.
Wait, you getting a second one?
Yeah, because I bought because it's impossible to get one, so I bought one from somebody selling theirs, but I still have my original order, and I was thinking about getting it and see what I'm gonna do if I'm gonna keep it or I'm gonna sell it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have two.
Yep. So, yeah, I was lucky enough to, be able to get it from the off the reserve. But yeah, it's really hard to get. It's a whole thing on the Steam Deck Reddit page about just people waiting for their orders and trying to figure out when they're going to be able to get their order and put it in. So it's a huge thing. And if I wanted to resell it, I could probably get a lot of money for it. But I I use what I purchase, and it sucks when people do that, but I get it, especially when you kind of have a need for it and you want it, and you kind of do other things than just play, or maybe it's like a necessary need for a certain situation. Like reason I bought mine was because of my kids, and I wanted to be able to play games and still be in their room or wherever they are. So that was the reason for me. But luckily, I lucked up and didn't have to pay anybody extra or whatever. But
What,
yeah,
what size did y'all get?
I got the 64 gig one. That was
Yeah, I have a 64, but the reason why I'm thinking about getting the second one is because it's the 512 version, which I was waiting for.
yeah. So he
Okay.
yeah. So that's the most expensive. Got the better screen, well, better gloss effect screen, and then it has the bigger internal SSD, or yeah, it's a SSD, right? Yeah. So
Yeah,
it'll probably alleviate a lot of the pain points that I'm talking about. I have a 64 gig, so it's like it's really big, really fast, and a lot of the customization stuff could cause an issue. But the 512, you probably wouldn't run into that down. People ain't gonna run into that as quickly as I would if they are doing a lot of customization. But mine's, it just got in a boggle. It got to a bad point, and a lot of stuff wasn't working as well as I wanted it to, and it was so much stuff that I had to try to figure out how to clear up without knowing much about the how they do their system Linux. So it was the time for me to have to just reset. Some people are smarter than me. I'm not saying that that's not capable of being done without resetting. I'm just saying that that's what I did. So I went ahead and did that, and it allowed me to get a better experience overall, minimize a lot of the pain points, and it allowed me to now have a more streamlined approach to how I update my stuff and things like that. So I still got my backups, still got my stuff. It's just setting up and rearranging all that stuff again. I think I'm gonna leave it to the automated systems and not tinker as much as I did before, because tinkering is you just have to remember what you did. That's all. That's probably the biggest point. But yeah, I'm still loving it. Runs like a dream now. Multiverses is great on it. I'm loving that games are being cross save, cross play. That allows me to kind of play them and stuff like that. Um, I'm loving the fact that it's capable of running newer games and not, being like a problem. I always expected it to, because it was able to, run games like Control well and things like that. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of life out of this Steam Deck, and I'm gonna be playing games in a different way because of it. But this is definitely my hands down my best product I've bought this year for sure. It probably can beat out the Xbox I mean the PS5, because the PS5 I bought it, and there's games that I played on it, but I don't play it as much as I should. But the Xbox I do play often, and that's just because of how I play games. But yeah, it probably could beat out the PS5 at this point. But I need some Sony exclusives, so I wouldn't be able to play Horizon. I couldn't play God of Wars. I mean, I wouldn't be wanting to play on no PS4 Pro anyway. Get that garbage out of here. So yeah, but I really like the Steam Deck. I think it's really cool. I think it's a cool little device. My B button. Oh, I'm having a lot of issues with the B button though. I was planning on trying to either send it back in or um, do the hack where you can like smooth down the edge so it doesn't get stuck. I don't think I want to do that because I'd rather just send it back to them to fix. But I really don't want to send it back to them. It's gonna take forever, and then sometimes people were saying that it comes back with the same issue. So I'm hoping that there is like a quick fix that I can do to kind of fix it, or there's something that allows me to make that problem go away, because that is literally the only thing. I have a really good screen. I don't want to play the screen lottery. So yeah, there's a lot of things that's like causing me to just be like, I'm gonna hold on to it. So, but overall, great product. But that's all I got on the Steam Deck. Jalen, when you gonna get you one?
I had thought about it. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I was just like, I don't know. I mean, I could get one, but I think the biggest gripe that I got with it is that it's sold. I think it's only sold by Steam, so I can't, try to run a finesse and stuff. I mean, I could, but but I mean, really just take advantage of like different stores' offers and things like that. That typically retail stores, give out, whether it's like a promo, discount, anything like that. That, and then, I mean, I can't get one right now anyway. I mean, I have to. I think I just went on the website. I think it says something about like Q4,
Yeah.
and then everybody like reselling them for a lot. So looking real cook day. But I mean,
That being said, the
I've been big
pre-order
on
is only
Android as well.
$5. So if they ever get your order ready, you can still pre-order it.
Yeah, you can still pre-order now, if you want it, if you really wanted it. But um,
Or reserve, I
I
guess.
want to
Yeah,
like
sure.
right like sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? Why I got like free time at this point in my life versus because I was trying to catch up on some games and stuff too, but multiverse been taking up some time.
yeah.
But
Okay. Well, but yeah, that's the Steam Deck. It's still a great product. If you can get your hands on it, I think you'll have a great time. I have some tutorials and things that I did on mine, that were fun at the beginning, and they still are helpful at this time now. Maybe I would leave off the Epic and the Hero launcher at this point, but other than that, I think everything else was a good choice, and that getting started YouTube video is still a good watch, especially if you're just now getting it.